Do you have any questions for Titus, sir?
Oh, where do I begin? Hang on. Oh. Well, first of all, you have a very unique look, Titus, and I like it. It reminds me of like a Mr. Potato Head, like from back in the day. But I like it. I'm digging it. You know. So yeah, I like it. With that being said, so with
Fucking Coastal's dying in the corner. Go ahead.
Keep going. No,
go ahead. Keep going.
I think. Yeah, no, please.
That's okay. So you do a lot of the creative writing for Rocky Mountain Pro, obviously, right, Titus?
Correct.
So, what is? And my apologies if you guys have answered this already.
No, you did miss. We did intros, and he was explaining what he did behind the scenes and on the camera and stuff like that. But
okay, so obviously with the creative writing, with every organization, it's different. It varies from promotion to promotion, and there's different limits, different boundaries you can go by, and things of that nature. What would you do? It's a multifaceted question, but the first part is: are there any like boundaries or limits with what you can do or present as far as the creative writing process goes with the talent there?
Yeah, absolutely. The bar is family oriented, so okay. you want to be something that a family would be willing to have. Hey, I got my 5-year-old here; they can watch, and you want to be brand friendly because you want sponsors, you want things that in the year 2021 especially. You can't do some things, and brands don't want to touch some things. So other than that, I never get told I can't do something. You just got to stay within a family-friendly, brand-friendly environment.
Okay, got it. And that was kind of my next question, which can be answered. Because we often we use different eras, like such as the Attitude Era from WWE or the Ruthless Aggression or things like that. So I didn't know what type of era or genre you guys were going with. So, but
I would honestly say there have been elements across all the eras of pro wrestling. All of it has had even the Attitude Era had family friendly moments. Things that were not family friendly. So I think you can look at all the eras of pro wrestling and grab something you can do. Even if you look at an Attitude Era thing, you can go, well, I can't do that, but I can do this without that. So I think it's all applicable.
Modify it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a very good point. Do you feel? How do I want to phrase this? Where it's more family friendly and you have to modify it, as Sunday said, which is totally, acceptable and necessary in today's world. Like I said, it's 2021, so we kind of have to cater to that, obviously. Do you feel, are you ever presented or do you ever come up with the idea of maybe having a controversial storyline to make it very compelling and make it eye-opening, if you know what I mean? Like you're pushing the envelope just a little bit, you know? Yeah. So it's a fine line between between the family friendly and then the teenagers and above, if that makes any sense.
It makes what you're saying makes sense. Yeah, and I think that there's always a pushing a line. You can be controversial, you can be edgy, and still present a family friendly product at the same time. I think there are things. I think some of the best parts of the Attitude Era didn't have anything. Austin McMahon. What was controversial in that whole thing? What was? Oh my God! You could do the Austin McMahon whole storyline in 2021 with a slight modification. Austin doesn't stun a woman.
Yeah.
Right. Those were the controversial elements.
That was
the whole thing of the renegade going against the corporate machine and the boss and stuff. That's something that, and it's been said a million times, we've all wanted to do.
It's universal.
Everybody's had that asshole boss that you wish you could hit with the third story stunner kind of a thing.
Yeah. And my first run of writing with the company, I was the McMahon. I was the guy that people wanted to, get my head knocked off. I mean, hell, at Milestone 6, I was actually put in a match, and that was probably the most controversial we had ever been. I wasn't writing at that time. I
Oh,
transitioned out of writing to our new writer, some guy named Vince something or other.
Russo or something, was it?
Yeah.
So
He's Italian.
Russo
I think I've heard of
brought
it. I think
a
I've
little
heard
bit
of
more
him.
edge to some of the RMP stuff, but still he kept it, as a family friendly, because that comes from Matt Yaden. This is how my company is to be run. But you can still, I was pushing the line of misogyny very hard in that run with Nikita LaFleur and everything we did there. And you build, and I get my block knocked off. You still do that controversy, but you just you polish off the edge. It doesn't have the tip of the sword. It's been blunted a little bit.
Right. It
still can stab, and it still is edgy, and it's still you're like, oh my god, I cannot believe he said that. I mean, I told Nikita LaFleur in a promo, "Go make me a sandwich, sweetheart."
Yeah.
That line was fed to me, by the way. I want to make sure that's very clear. Mrs. Machiavelli would not approve of me saying that to Mrs. Machiavelli.
Well, I mean, you could have just been hungry at the time as well. It happens, sometimes we need food to taste our hunger, so it should happen like that. I get it. But with these the modern day storylines, like what happened last year, Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. There you go. That was toned down, but it's still